Yeah, we got some canoers out here. Sorry for the noise. 1, 2, 3, 4 of them. Kind of canoeing in a group out here a little bit. Looks like they're having a good day. Sorry for the noise, guys. I know it's taking a bit away from the experience. Are you camping? Are you guys camping? Yeah. Nice. You could spend like an entire week just in these islands, just looking around. I will only have 4 to 5 hours because I still want to get over to the mainland to see the main part of the French River, the main entrance area, to see if I can find that and see how far I can get up that river till I hit a set of rapids and can't go any farther. I've always looked at that on a map. I've seen satellite photos, I've seen YouTube videos of those rapids, but I've never actually seen them myself. So I wouldn't mind seeing that. But I haven't seen any sand anywhere. It's all rock. But once you get back into the islands, like I said earlier, it's pretty protected back in there, so I'm not sure if wind would even be an issue. That's a hull splitter opener. It's nice and sharp and everything. Hit that at speed and you'd be just done. Sticking right out of the water. It's 12:30, quarter to 1. I could either eat lunch off the Sea-Doo or find some little place to pull in on land. I'm not sure there's any place right around here because this is just the entrance sort of to the Bustered Islands from the north side. And there'd be no place to really even attach a rope anywhere here. I'd be swimming for my Sea-Doo again after lunch. Looks like there's some markers, some lighthouses way out over that way. 1, 2, 3 of them. Potentially that would be the entrance to the French River, because I do remember seeing on a map that there was some lighthouses in that area, or a marker, so that might be it, because I know it's just off these Bustered Islands. Although that looks like those lighthouses are on the Bustered Islands, not on the mainland. Not sure. Well, I think it's going to be lunch off the Sea-Doo. Why not? It's as good as being on a piece of rock. Got the nice soft seat. Got the cooler with me. Got a couple of things in there. Picked up a sandwich or two. Some drinks. I could use a little hydration, I think. Getting a bit thirsty. Let me just pull out a little bit here so I got a few minutes in case I drift. I don't get too close. Water's deep right here. Turn around 180 degrees and see what's for lunch. Got some peanuts. We've got some hydration, big thing of juice. I've got a sandwich I picked up from Tim Hortons, some cheesies, a bagel, a muffin. I got all I could possibly need. Perfect. Oh, that's good. I needed that. A little mango juice. Let's dig out our sandwich, which is a turkey club, I think, on a bagel. And a few cheesies. And that should be good to go. Okay, excuse me while I have my lunch. You know what's nice about eating these cheesy things off the Sea-Doo? You know how it gets all over your fingers? Your fingers get all yellow and stuff like that, orange. Got a instant little wash basin right there on each side. Works pretty well. Well, I've had some juice, had some cheesies, had a sandwich. Not sure what the plan is now. I'd like to kind of explore a little bit more around these Bustered Islands, just pop back in here and there and just get a better sense of what it looks like back in here before I head over to the mainland. Still got lots of time. It's not even 1 o'clock in the afternoon yet, and I've got all afternoon. It's supposed to get fairly calm. Winds are going to pick up around 4 or 5 o'clock to about 15, 16K, if the forecast is right. So I'd like to be on my way back by that time. Just keep an eye out, see how it is. But right now, between now and about 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon, it should be pretty calm out here. All right, let's finish lunch. These cheesies are addictive. I love them. I know they're not good for you, but once in a while, gotta have them. So just a quick little story about this trip. I was actually supposed to be out here yesterday. I got up at 6 o'clock in the morning yesterday, went out to get ready to go. I had everything loaded in the vehicle from the night before. Couldn't find my wallet first thing in the morning, 7 o'clock. I looked where I normally keep it, could not find the wallet anywhere. Tore the house apart all over the place looking, went out in the car and looked for the wallet, everything. Couldn't find the wallet anywhere. So then I thought back, well, where did I use it last? And I thought it was at a bank the night before. I'd gone up and got $100 in cash, so I had some cash for the trip. So I remembered that I'd gone to this bank, to an ATM machine at the bank at about 8 o'clock the night before. And then I had gone to a Petro-Canada station, a gas station in Canada. And in the gas station, there was a convenience store. So I was in the convenience store, bought a couple of little things, including those cheesies I was just eating. And then what I did is I came home. So I thought, okay, that's where I must have left the wallet at that Petro-Canada station. So 6:45 or something in the morning, I whipped back up there. It wasn't all that far from where I live. Went there, asked the people at the front desk. Of course, it was different people working now. Said, did you find a wallet here last night? Did I leave it on the counter? Guy said, no, I didn't see it anywhere. It's not in the back. I said, well, do you have security cameras? He said, yeah, we have a security camera. I said, well, could you look at that from last night? Maybe I left it on the counter. Maybe somebody else picked it up. The guy said, well, we do, but we have to wait till the manager comes in. So I said, okay. Sorry, this story's getting a bit long. Went back home and I thought, well, that's the trip. I can't take off without a wallet. I may have to be canceling credit cards and all of that stuff that goes with whatever you've lost, your driver's license, your health card, all of that sort of stuff. So then later in the morning, I got up and I said, you know what, I'm going to go back up there one more time and see if the manager's there. Maybe on the video camera, at least I can know whether or not I left it on the counter, because the camera would show me walking away from it and maybe somebody else picked it up, and then at least I know where I'm at. So I got back up there. The manager said, well, what time? And I told him the time. He started looking on the video camera. And while he was doing that, I turned around and I looked, and there was one of those coffee places right in beside the convenience store, Tim Hortons place. And I thought, you know what? I actually bought a muffin there last night, too, to take with me on the trip. I walked over to the woman behind the counter. I said, you didn't by chance find a wallet? A wallet! Oh, a wallet! Yes, we've been wondering whose wallet. We looked at the identification in it, but there was no phone number anywhere. She had the wallet. I had a couple of $100 in cash in it. It was there. They had it in their safe at the little Tim Hortons thing. They were happy that I came back and found it. So by now it's 9:30, 10 o'clock in the morning. The trip was off. But the good news was, to make a long story even longer, I got the wallet back. And I didn't have to go through all the process of canceling everything. And I managed to get out today, which is the day after that whole episode. And it's still relatively calm out here, so it wasn't a total loss. I keep forgetting things as you get older. These little things, you just walk away and leave them. Not good. I'm going to start needing a checklist every time I go out shopping. I better make a little move here before I drift onto all these rocks. Starting to drift in a bit. That's better. This is where you don't want the Sea-Doo drifting away from you. Heading out that way. That would not be good. Not sure how well you can see this, but this is Georgian Bay out here, and these are all the little inlets that come up into the French River. And you got to get into one of these, and I'm not exactly sure which one it is. But you come all the way up, cross over, and then you can go up into the French River. But there's rapids along various sections of this. So there's a whole bunch of entrances here. I'm not 100% sure. I thought there was a little lighthouse at the entrance on the mainland. But somewhere up in here, you make your way up one of these, and then you come across a little ways, you go up. There is a marina back up in here somewhere. Hart's Bay Marina, or Hartley Bay, I think it's called. Back up in there. But there's a lot of dead ends, too, coming in here, so I'm not sure which one is which. It's a bit of a maze. Maybe there's a little bit more of an indicator on the mainland once you get over there as to which passage to take. I've got an idea which one to take because I've looked on it on the map a bit, but when you're out here in reality, sometimes it's a little bit different than what it looks like on a map. Well, those are the 3 lighthouses. or markers, I guess, more than lighthouses. Looks like it's solar powered. That probably lights up at night. Just the middle one. The other two just look like they're just white markers. Just to give you an indication, when you're coming across Georgian Bay from way out there, which looks like an ocean, when you come across out here, you can kind of see those for quite a ways, those white markers, and particularly the one at night that would have the light on it. Yeah, it's a pretty good marker. Just the outer edges of the Bustered Islands to let you know where you are. All right, we are just coming out of the Bustered Islands now and heading out towards the big open water of Georgian Bay between here and the mainland over there. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and loop around and see if I can find that entrance to the French River that heads up into the French River. There's a whole bunch of entrances, but only one or two will get you through. And maybe not even then because of rapids. But it's up out that way and then back over that way a ways. So that's what I'm going to do. I think I've got it on the map where I need to go. I'm just going to whip over there and have a look. It's not that far away. I'm still 3/4 of a tank of gas after exploring around the Bustered Island, so I haven't burned a heck of a lot of fuel because I haven't been driving at high speeds, just kind of this kind of speed all the way through these islands, just looking around. But doesn't that look like wide open ocean once you get out here? Yeah. Well, except when you look over there. Over there it looks like wide open ocean. Just shut the engine off for a couple of minutes to take in the peace and quiet out here. So a while ago, in the last video, I was telling you guys a little bit about the GoPro and how it kept overheating on me and I had to pull the battery out about 3 times within 3 hours to get it working again. I've ordered a new camera and I'm going to move away from GoPro for a little bit and move to the Osmo Action 4. This is made by DJI, the same people who make all the drones. And I thought I'd give them a try. This is their second version of an action camera. They had an Action 3, and then this is the Action 4. So I just got it yesterday. And I'm not using it primarily yet today because I have to find a way to hook up an external microphone onto that camera. I've bought the power cord that you need, the adapter cord, but there is no place on top there or on the case that it comes with to mount a hot shoe where I can clip in the external microphone that I've been using on the GoPro, on the GoPro case, and then get that working. So I'm going to have to figure that out first, and then I'm going to start using this camera and just see how that goes for the next little while. GoPro will be coming out, I think, with a new camera, the Hero 11 or the Hero 12 probably in the next month or so. And this one just came out 3 weeks ago, a month ago, something like that. So I bought it. I'm going to give it a try. I think it's going to be a nice camera. It's got some really nice features, some nice mounts, the way it clips on and on with the magnet kind of thing. And I hope it's going to avoid some of those problems where it's always sort of overheating and I have to pull the battery out and do all of that stuff. So that will be tested, not so much on this trip because I got to figure out a way to get that external microphone working because it's just better audio with that. But I will get that figured out, and I'll keep you posted on this and how it works. Action 4 from DJI. See, we can't find the entrance to this French River. French River, of course, was what the voyageurs used way back when Canada was first being settled. The French River was a major trade route to get into the interior part of Canada, because when you come into the St. Lawrence Seaway from Atlantic Canada, the St. Lawrence Seaway will then connect into the Ottawa River. The Ottawa River connects through into Lake Nipissing. Lake Nipissing then has an overland water route that'll take you down to Georgian Bay, and that is the French River. Historic area. They used to do this in those great big canoes with 8-10 people in those canoes paddling, and it was all about the fur trade and the resources they could get, but it also opened up the country in the earlier days when people were just sort of exploring. There were no roads. The waterways were the roads back then. So there are some bays around the area where you can bring in some of these bigger boats like this. The water is deep enough in here to get in, and then you just come in, you sort of tie up here, then you go explore all the Bustered Islands with your dinghy, your Zodiac, your kayak, whatever you're hauling with you. So this is one of those bays. Oh, there's 2 loons and a baby. Wow, I've never... Okay, we'll leave you alone. Just thought we'd pop in and say hi. Oh, there's the 2 youngsters just popped up over here. Mom and Dad are over to the other side of the Sea-Doo back there. They'll all get together here in a second, once I get the heck out of the way. All right, take a little shortcut here. Thread my way around, back out onto the bigger water. Love the clarity of the water here too. It's nice and clear. Assume it's relatively drinkable. But I've got my mango juice, so that's good enough for me. You guys are covering some ground. Pretty good. Well, I can do it a little faster. I just came out of, where did I come out of? Oh, the Key River. Oh. Just down the Key River, yeah. I'll be going back there to Parry Sound tonight. Wow. Explore Parry Sound area tomorrow, something like that. I just hadn't been up to the Bustards before, so I wanted to come out and have a look, and didn't disappoint. Yeah, it's lovely. Is it ever nice? Yeah. I'm going to try to get up the French River a little ways to the rapids and see how far up I can get. Do you know where, is that the main entrance up in there, do you know? That's the main one there. Yeah. And that's where the Ladal Rapids is up there? Yeah. That's it. I think that's as far as I'll be able to get, but... No, you won't be able to get through. I will not get through that. No. Okay. I've seen satellite stuff and other things, and I just always wanted to go have a look for myself to see whether you could get up to Hartley Bay Lodge all the way through, or... But... Maybe in higher water. Yeah, not now. No.
There are logging chains there. There's a portage trail on the right-hand side.
Yeah.
And there's poison ivy at the base of the portage trail.
Okay. All right, I'll take a little run up a little bit, see what I can get. Just.
You're on YouTube as Yukon Bob?
Yeah.
Great.
Just when you think you're in the middle of nowhere, you come across a flotilla. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Got to be at least 12. 19? Wow. Where are you guys out of? Where'd you start from? Where?
Chick Creek.
Chick Creek. Okay, I don't know Chick Creek. Have you been up the French at all? No. Okay. That's a big group. You guys all rented the kayaks, I guess, eh?
Wait, is your YouTube tag Yukon Bob?
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Check it out. Lots of videos out there on sea doing all over Ontario. Places to go with your kayaks.
That's crazy.
But this is my first time out here. So,
Where from?
out of Toronto area, north of the city.
Cool.
Little north. Just hauled up this morning. Spend the night in Parry Sound tonight, and then back on the waters around Parry Sound tomorrow.
Nice.
Yeah. Nice calm day, isn't it?
Are we going to be on your YouTube channel?
You will be next week, next Friday. Yep. Take care, guys. Nice to see ya. Potential subscribers to the Yukon Bob Sea-Doo channel, right there. Okay, we started the French River. Right up this way. Let's just see how far we can get. I'm told I will not get past Ladal Rapids. So that's what I was thinking too, that I wouldn't be able to get by that. The water's just too quick in there and too shallow. But maybe we can get up a little ways and have a look at it. I don't know how far we're gonna get. Somewhere up there is where it starts. I've been wanting to do this trip for a lot of years. So I have seen this place on the map before. This is Camp Macintosh, right on the French River. And they've got a bunch of cottages and stuff that you can rent here. Boats that you can rent. It's probably a pretty good fishing location, which is probably what they're all about. The main lodge over there for dining, breakfasts, stuff like that. They have fuel here, but I do not think they sell it to the public. I think that fuel is for their own consumption. If I read online right, I think I even phoned them one time to see if I was able to buy fuel here, and you cannot. They don't like to sell it to the public, if I remember correctly. So I think right up here is the turn point where you then go right, and I think that's where Ladal Rapids is, and I don't think we're going to be able to get through that, but let's go have a look. Yeah, I can feel the current picking up a little bit right through here now. It's stronger than it looks. There's some canoers over there. I think that may be the portage area where you go over there, then portage around over this way. But the rapids, I think, are... Where are the rapids? That's them there. You know, I think the Sea-Doo has enough power to push itself up through that, but there is that one kind of step there. Whoop, spinning around. Like the Sea-Doo probably has enough power, but how deep is it? Big boulder right there. If you went to that side over there, could you power through and up that step? I don't know. I am not going to try it being alone. Whoa, we got caught in a wake there. We just about filled up the Sea-Doo here. Whoa. Current kind of caught us and pushed us around. Could fly the drone from here somewhere and get a little aerial to see what it looks like. is going to be it for the French River. It didn't take me all that long to get up to Ladal Rapids. It's only a few kilometers up the French River, and it's right where it sort of makes a jog to the right. And it's just kind of impassable right there, not without a lot of risk, and certainly not on your own. So that's about as far up the French River as I'm going to get. Now, if you were to be able to get through there, like with the kayakers, if they portage around, or canoers, or kayakers, canoers, you can get around that, and then you keep going. There may be a couple of other little rapids here and there, but you can go all the way up and get into Lake Nipissing, which is another fairly big Ontario lake. And that was all part of the Voyageurs canoe paddling route back in the earlier days. Beautiful country back in through there. So with a Sea-Doo, you're not going to get from the very top to the very bottom. I am going to get to the very top of the French River at some other point off of Lake Nipissing, but again, there's a hydroelectric dam there, so you can only go so far that way too. So there's that whole section in the middle of the French River that you can only get to if you're using a canoe or a kayak and you're portaging around some of these rapids. And I'm not going to be doing that with a Sea-Doo, unless I got a couple of good friends who can carry it around for me. But other than that, I don't think that that's probably going to happen. So looks like these guys here are just reloading their canoe. They probably portaged around that and are now going to head back out of here downward into Georgian Bay. Let's go have a quick word with them. How long did it take you?
15 minutes.
That's all? Okay. You didn't want to run it?
No.
I was going to run it the other way, but had second thoughts when I got a little closer to it too.
Like they wanted to run it. We didn't want to have all of our stuff wet and in the river.
Yeah, yeah. Where are you guys heading to?
Where are we going?
Fox Island.
Yeah.
Fox. Oh, you're going to spend the night on Fox. Very nice. Just went by it. Yeah. Just touring around. We got a Sea-Doo channel, so we're just,
Oh, fun.
yeah, checking things out. So if you guys check next week, Yukon Bob, YouTube, you guys will be on it.
Yukon Boss.
Yeah.
You need some paddles.
Yeah.
I got one, but it's about half that size, and it wouldn't get me very far. True voyageurs, unlike me. Great adventure.
We had a lot of fun on that.
Kids are going to remember this for their whole life. That's fantastic. Out with the family. They'll remember this for a long, long time. Isn't that a beautiful rock wall behind me there? Just want to throw out a couple of facts so I can look back at this when I watch this and know about it for next time I come out here. You burned about a half a tank of fuel on the 300 Limited, and I've gone about 85 kilometers so far. So out here for about 5-6 hours, something like that. Just making our way back down the Key River now, back to the road. We'll pull it out. But that's the stats. It doesn't take that long to get down there. 5-6 hour day on the water here is great, and you don't have to carry a lot of fuel. I certainly didn't need to carry that fuel. Just had it with me just in case I was going to go further, but that's that. Well, I think that's going to do it, guys, for another Yukon Bob video. Out on Georgian Bay today. Really a great day because this is all new country to me. And as you guys know, I like to see new places. So this was all new to me. The Bustered Islands, the Key River running down the river, then all of that stuff along the Georgian Bay shoreline, French River up to the falls. Really beautiful stuff. I really like this country out here. I'm going to have to come back more regularly over the next number of years. So beautiful stuff. Yeah, we tested a camera or two. We had a great time. I think that's all I got to say for now. We'll see you guys on the next Yukon Bob video. Stay safe on the water if you're out there, and we'll see you soon. Bye for now.